Welcome to the Death Battle Cast, the show where we, just like to have a good time. Making fun of Liam. Hey,
let our hair loose and get crazy and wild.
That's
for an hour.
Hey, I'm Ben, voice of Wiz.
No, surprise! We've tricked you.
Voice of Boomstick now. Surprise! That's the twist for the rest of this season at Death Battle. I'm going to be voicing Boomstick from now on. As always, joined by Chad, voice of Wiz.
Yes.
Hello, Wiz.
Exactly. I will enjoy the vocal rest. Have fun with that, Ben.
Oh no. Liam, voice of Liam, and of course, fantastic. Handsome out as our guest for
looking
today.
For name,
Blaine
searching
Gibson.
for name, searching for the wonderful, as always.
Can somebody bring up the lower third real quick? Oh, no, wait.
I want to hear your boomstick, Ben. I want to hear your best boomstick right now.
Well.
Sounds like Popeye.
Yeah.
It's time for a death battle. Nope. Blaine, it's great to have you back.
Thank you.
We're not exactly talking about Star Wars this time around. If you guys remember him from our Star Wars episode, I don't know, half a year ago at this point. I don't remember. Time is weird. It's a mess. But we have some other weird shit to talk about. We've got a community death battle coming up that we are going to be diving into that's all about laughter. Because laughter is so much fun, especially when you are on a game show where you can't do it. Right, Blaine?
Oh, is this the part where I'm supposed to promote last season too?
We can talk about later.
That's what's
just talking about something else.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, not now anymore.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Easy pitch, softball.
Swing and a miss.
So anyway, moving on. No, tell us, Blaine, what have you been up to? And what's up with Last Laugh?
Yeah,
I was going to say, last time I was on this, I think it was in my 20s because it's been that long. No, I mean, not much going on. I'm over at Squad Team Force, but yes, a group of us participated in Last Laugh Season 2, which, if you're unfamiliar, they got people from Rooster Teeths, Achievement Hunter, Funhouse. They put us all into a room all at the same time, and then we duked it out with comedy combat to figure out who was the ultimate funny person at Rooster Teeths.
Who won Season 1?
Season 1?
I don't remember. I don't know.
Everyone agreed with the results. It was not too dissimilar to one of your death battle comment sections. Everyone was like, "Yes, clearly, Iron Man is the winner. Blaine is the winner. Yes."
Not controversial at all.
What counts as a laugh in the show? Like what? To what degree is like a?
Yeah.
Is that count as a laugh? Okay, yeah.
That's when that would sound it off. Yeah, anytime
I think
you
that's fair,
smile.
by the way. I think that a smile is should be it because that's really, really hard.
Yeah. No, it's pretty intense and it's like it just that whole day is just rough stuff. Just
kind of miserable if you
No, you're making jokes to just a vacuum and no one's laughing and then you start getting like imposter syndrome at about hour 2 and then it's just the whole day is like that. But no, this season was really a lot more fun. Yeah, cool. That's you really. Yeah, season 2 is a great time. It's got a great cast.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's already up, I believe, right? Season 2 is already here, so you can go ahead and check out the first episode and cheer on as Blaine maybe wins again.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? We'll see. Badass. And if you guys are watching on YouTube and you're like, I refuse to go to Rooster Teeth for some reason, episode 1 of season 2 will be up on the Rooster Teeth YouTube channel by the time this hits YouTube, so you guys can go check it out there, and then maybe go to the website and start a first membership trial if you want to keep watching. It's very funny, very fun show.
Yes,
much funny, much laughter. Speaking of laughter, let's talk about our community death battle for this week, which is the Joker versus Kefka of Final Fantasy fame. This is a matchup we've seen requested for a death battle multiple times over the years. It's been a pretty common one. But
it's such a weird stack up. Like, I get that people are like, they're clowns and they're bad. Yes. Make them fight. And then it's like,
it's a bit of a weird matchup unless we focus on specific power sets that they've had. So in this case, we are going to be looking at them with their god form powers, essentially. There are Kefka is well known for achieving he literally becomes the god of magic at the end of Final Fantasy VI, but or the last like quarter of it. But Joker does have a storyline where he essentially does the same thing, sort of, and becomes a god entity. So we'll be looking at those power sets for this as well, just to make it more interesting, as opposed to Kefka just zaps Joker in the face because Joker's just a dude who's crazy. So yeah, we'll see what happens though. So here's how this is going to work. Liam is going to be arguing for Joker. I will be repping Kefka. It's our job to convince the jury to vote for our respective character through any means necessary. And the jury consists of 3 seats: Chad, Blaine, and you watching this live. If you are on Rooster Teeth watching this live on Wednesday, there will be a poll in the chat, and you'll be able to vote for either Joker or Kefka there once that comes up. I believe if you're watching on mobile, you'll be able to vote Joker by typing #1 and Kefka by typing #2. And then at the end of the show, we'll tally all the votes and see which of these mad clowns wins the bout. But as always, this is not a courtroom. Everybody's part of the conversation. So Chad, Blaine, that includes you, and also everybody in the chat. If you want to bring something up that maybe we missed or we need to talk about, go ahead and do so. I'm looking at the chat right now. Go ahead and just chime in. I want to know what everybody thinks. So let's go ahead and start. Also, we'll talk about it a little bit later, but Death Battle Season 8 is back with the first episode, Batman versus Iron Man. If you have not seen it, Josh directed it, did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Really, really fun kickoff back into the season. We'll definitely got to have Josh on the show at some point to talk about it. It's really exciting. And I'm very happy to be back with Death Battle. And we can talk a little bit about the upcoming matchup as well. But
we got some crazy stuff coming up.
Yeah, Season 8 trailer rocked, so.
Cool.
And in preparation for this, I don't even know if you guys will be talking about it, but I watched the Batman vs. Iron Man and was like, I don't know if I agree with this, but fair.
well, okay. I mean, I don't know if I agree that you should have won last off Season 1, but let's start with...
Ben, you're about to start trying to convince him to vote for you. Don't piss him off.
Oh,
right
no.
away.
Yes. Definitely deserved.
Were you doing Kefka or
I'm doing Joker.
I'm doing
Kefka's looking pretty good right now. Kefka's looking real good.
I'm doing Joker. He's lying. He's being a liar.
It already begins.
So let's go ahead and start with opening statements. Liam, you wanna kick us off?
I would like to kick us off.
60 seconds
Joker,
on the clock.
The clown prince of crime. I almost said that correctly. He is one of the DC Universe's most dangerous individuals, even though he is ostensibly, like Ben said, just a man. His accomplishments go so far beyond that, despite his seemingly human frailty. He has defeated so many unbelievably powerful characters that would wipe Kefka off the face of the earth. And that's even before talking about the powers that he gets as Emperor Joker, becoming essentially a fifth-dimensional imp. He steals Mr. Mxyzptlk's powers, becomes a being capable of destroying the entire multiverse, essentially on accident. And he turns the entire universe into a living hellscape that Superman struggles to even, comprehend, let alone fight. He is simply one of DC's most powerful entities.
Sweet. Oh, time to spare. My God.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
With the lean back.
Drops the microphone.
Yeah.
Well, let me pick that microphone back up and let's go. Put 60 seconds on the clock. Here we go. This will be a difficult task, Liam. I have to admit it. Joker's been around so much longer, even if Kefka may be a fan favorite. But look, when Joker has ultimate power, he's still just on stage to have a laugh. But even when Kefka is clowning around, all life is in the splash zone of his wrath. He slaughtered the Espers, duped the greatest empire in the world. The creators of all things became his servants, even as his true power had yet to be unfurled. Joker is far from a true threat. Sure, he's loud and annoying and he makes the bat sweat, But Kefka
What?
won. He brought the world to ruin. He earned his magic on his own, not as a gift from some buffoon. When Joker comes face to face with the divinity that is Kefka, all he's going to find in place is a deadly kick to his shishka. Nothing rhymes with Kefka.
Okay, I was like, what are you?
What? Yeah, what does?
You had a whole speech prepared. This is great.
I wrote that right as we were all sitting around waiting for the show to start because I was like, I have a random idea.
Did you actually write that like poem just as we were sitting here?
Like 20 minutes before the show started, I was like, I have a random idea.
That's kind of impressive.
So I was a little late for pre-show because I was like writing it and realized, oh shit, I gotta tune in.
What was that? What would you define that as? Was that like not a litany?
That was you're thinking limerick?
Limerick?
It's not a limerick. It doesn't fit the rhyme scheme. I think it would just be
it does not.
Poem. I don't know.
It's random shenanigans that was
written in a single
verse. Freestyle rap.
But the point is, yes, freestyle rap. This would be nope. I'm not going to do it. Yeah. So the point is, Joker may have some ridiculous powers, but Kefka earned his powers, and I think is way more powerful than people give him credit for. But I do want to bring something up.
But before we get to that, did you know you can get a ton of bingeable podcasts, just like this one, on Amazon Music? They've got more than 10 million free podcast episodes, and some even come out early there, like hilarious Smartless Podcast and the true crime podcast Dr. Death Miracle Man. But Amazon Music is about you guessed it, music too. You can get music on demand and ad-free with Amazon Music Unlimited, where you can listen to any song anywhere offline with unlimited skips. I know I use it personally to listen to music in the car, podcasts on the go while I'm doing chores, and even to help me fall asleep. It's a great service. You should check it out. And if you've never tried Amazon Music Unlimited, now's a great time. For a limited time, new customers can try Amazon Music Unlimited free for 3 months, no credit card required. Just go to amazon.com/dbcpod. That's amazon.com/dbcpod to try Amazon Music Unlimited free for 3 months. Amazon.com/dbcpod. Renews automatically, cancel anytime, terms apply.
We've talked a little bit about this Emperor Joker and him getting like magic powers and whatnot. I'm not so sure though if everybody watching knows what the hell we're talking about. Liam, could you do a very brief summary of the Emperor Joker story?
Okay, so essentially the storyline is it's revealed as the plot progresses, but it's revealed that the Joker tricked Mr. Mxyzptlk, who is a being known as a fifth dimensional imp. He's essentially from a higher plane of existence. It's a realm the fifth dimension is basically imagination. And he's a being capable of unbelievable reality warping power. He's a Superman villain, but he's easily powerful enough to just kill Superman and the entire universe if he wants to. He likes playing with Superman, and Superman has to trick him in order to beat him. Joker tricks Mxyzptlk out of 99% of his power, and then warps the entire DC universe into becoming his own world. So he basically kills Batman every single day. He locks Superman up in Arkham Asylum. It's all like a big laugh to him.
Groundhog Day too, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it repeats over and over and over again. Batman's killed every single day. It's like the Prometheus. He has his guts ripped out. It's basically horrible Joker land until Superman eventually figures out a way to defeat him.
So, Mr.
That's fine. That's acceptable.
Did he give powers to Joker as a goof, or did Joker trick him into giving the powers?
Joker tricked him. He was only supposed to give Joker 1% of his power.
Mxyzptlk, chose to give him power, but was intending to give him 1%, and Joker tricked him into giving 99%.
Yeah, keeping 1%. Yeah.
Joker earned those powers. He outsmarted a fifth dimensional being.
I want to say, regardless of earning powers, I don't know if earning those powers is a prerequisite for this discussion. I think whether or not you earn your powers is irrelevant. It's what powers do you have. And if we're including Emperor Joker, then it's fine. Kefka tricking people in Final Fantasy VI wouldn't that also be he didn't earn them? No, he doesn't really matter. He has.
Well, I think the point is more so evidence that Kefka can keep up with somebody like the Joker in terms of, because look, I don't have nearly as much to work with here when it comes to like how often has Kefka outsmarted someone. So the big thing that he did was he outsmarted literally the entire world and the Emperor to basically destroy the world in front of everybody. Like nobody expected it to happen, and he just did it.
Yeah. He also had access to, I forgot the name of the empire is, but the empire in Final Fantasy VI. He had tons of resources. He wasn't sort of bereft of that. The Joker,
well, sort of.
Let's not forget, is also go on.
By this point, like there had been some tensions between him and the king was more so just letting him out to be like this chaotic menace as opposed to his general. And he'd already killed Leo, so like shit had already fallen apart. So it's less that he came in with $1 million and used that to outsmart everybody,
he's like
and more so that
he's like Littlefinger.
Littlefinger's a really good comparison.
But let's also remember who we're talking about. This is the Joker, one of DC's most intelligent people, able to outsmart Batman and Superman. He's so insane that when the Spectre tried to warp his mind, the Spectre is a being that is essentially the embodiment of God's wrath. He's like an angel of justice. He tried to warp Joker's mind, and it was so fucked up that it actually launched him all the way to the moon, and he was like throwing up. This is like a god
comics.
Hell yeah. That's cool.
Spectre was puking?
Yeah, Spectre was like puking.
Okay.
Too much Rule 34.
That's what it looks like. I forgot. I didn't share that image with Brian. It wouldn't be relevant, but yeah. He was just.
What is the Spectre? Spectre is not a living entity. I mean,
I think it was like ectoplasm. I as the way that you could justify that.
A Green Lantern at one point, and God.
Hal Jordan was.
Joker was a lantern at some point, right?
I don't know. I don't know if
Joker. Everybody
probably
got yellow
everyone was a
at one
lantern
point.
at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the Joker also is one of the most intelligent characters in DC for the simple reason that he is aware of the fourth wall. He knows he is
Shut up. No, he isn't.
He does. He does.
It's not a thing.
Yes, he has. And it's
Cite your
actually
sources.
explained by the fact that he's so insane they call him super sane, which is it explains like why. There's actually a great video about it by Imagine
he's super sane God.
It's actually in the comics. He's super sane
because he realizes like Goku, guys.
Because he realizes that there's a fourth wall, which is why he's so nihilistic and doesn't care about killing people, because it doesn't matter, because they're comic book characters. They'll just be,
written back and stuff.
They'll be written back, or they won't matter because they were never characters to begin with. They were just background props. That's one of the big ways that writers have kind of explored his insanity, and why he is like that. But so he is. I would say, if you really wanted to dig deep into intelligence examples, I would say the Joker is probably much more intelligent than Kefka. Once you add in like comic book bullshit intelligence feats, more than like kind of Game of Thrones the manipulations, Joker does that every day, and more. He's also like a brilliant chemical engineer and inventor, and has manipulated, superheroes like Superman, who has a super genius brain capable of processing information billions of times faster than humans, stuff like that.
And does Kefka know he's in a video game? Does he see the ones and zeros?
Kefka does not know he's in a video game. I can't say that he's going to be able to outsmart the Joker. I was more so presenting
raw
him
power,
duping the Gestalian Empire by proxy of like assuming he can maybe keep up a little bit. He's not going to be like Joker's not going to necessarily be able to very easily outsmart the guy or work around him. Like Kefka's smart enough to at least get the gist of what's going on.
Okay, I can get that. Yeah.
So right as you guys started debating, Cypher04 made a really good point in the chat that I wanted to bring up, especially when you're talking about earning, who's earned things. Well, the Joker has 2 Oscars and Kefka has 0.
Joker has Oscars? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, in
Heath
real life.
Ledger
Oh,
and Joaquin Phoenix.
No, in the comics, Joker.
yeah.
I mean,
Wow, such a fucking comic book.
Maybe.
that I
You don't
forgot
remember
about
reading
real
that
life
comic where
for
Joker
a second.
played a part in The Dark Knight? That was
I
like
wouldn't
everybody
even-
loved that comic.
I wouldn't even like bat an eye if the Joker had won 2 Oscars in canon. As insane as that would be, like
I mean,
it's like giving
Lex became president.
Hitler
I feel like
Oscars.
Joker earning an Oscar makes sense as a story
Yeah,
in
it's
that
true.
same regard. Like that would be his president's story, right? I kind of want to see that now.
What if Lex Luthor was president? In like he was elected in 2000, so like switch like George Bush out with Lex Luthor. How would that affect? We should do a death battle cast on that. How would American geopolitics be affected if Lex Luthor had been president?
You want to dive into that?
maybe give that one a little bit more space from the 11th. How about that? Like, why don't we?
Holy shit! Yeah, we were wow.
Sorry.
There'll never be any space ever again.
Timing, guys. We're great at it.
Oh.
Oh no.
Can I
Hold
can
it
I
back.
show? Can I show an
Blaine
example
slowly
of
leaves
something?
the episode.
What do you want to show? What do you want to show?
Okay, so the Joker is such a brilliant chemical engineer. He was able to create a serum that it's not the Titan serum. This is from the comics. He was able to create a serum that turned Batman into the Bat Hulk. And Brian, could you
Cool.
show that?
Oh my
That
god!
Hulk? What the
How have I never seen this before?
And my question is, what the ever-loving fuck is Kefka supposed to do to that?
Is he
like
shooting?
It looks like he's
Wait,
just
bring
gonna
it back
eat
up, Brian.
Kefka.
Sorry.
Is he
For anybody listening to the audio version of this, we're looking at the strangest Batman.
This is
I've ever
actually
seen.
one of
Batman.
the weirdest things I've ever seen.
Is he
in
shooting a
comics.
fireball out of his hand in the
Yeah,
second
it's
panel?
like it's like a fireball kind of thing. Yeah.
I just like
It's
a
not- it's-
smile in the bottom left corner. That's me at CC's looking at the pizzas.
Batman
Oh
is
my
using
God.
black,
Yeah,
is using
it's
black
more the-
materia right here.
It's more the Blob than Hulk. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
it's just like super ripped Blob, I guess. Like,
I
it's
think this
like
might even
really
predate
disturbing.
The
Like-
Incredible Hulk, depending on how old that panel is. it might
Sure, I
predate it.
suppose.
He just looks like a dude from Comic Con, is what he looks like.
Yeah.
He looks like my sleep paralysis demon is what he looks like.
We're just
I
heading.
have very bad news. CC's filed for bankruptcy during the pandemic. So.
What? Oh no! I ordered Alfredo pizza to support them the other day. That's the just
Oh, are
to
they still?
support
Have
them.
they hung around? Have they like? Maybe we can keep it going. We'll see if we can get them later. I don't know.
Man.
There
Put
was,
CC's in a death battle and they'll get a sequel.
Keep CC's in your thoughts and prayers, guys.
Yeah.
the Death Metal Curse like revives things that are dying or lost to time, right? So we put CC's in a death battle, it'll suddenly become the most popular pizza chain in the world. Probably.
Yeah, there you go. We do
Okay.
like
So it
Goku
works.
versus Luffy, and it takes place in a CC's. That's how we do it. Bam.
Wasn't
Instant.
there a?
Then you get another 1,000 episodes.
I don't remember
of One
what
Piece.
pizza chain it was, but I swear, like years ago, a pizza chain reached out to us to do like a sponsored death battle of like pepperoni versus like sausage or something like that.
Yeah, I remember
No,
that.
what
Was
you
that
were
a thing?
What you were
Or am I
thinking.
making that up?
It was pitched to me because we did have a pizza sponsor that was interested. It was pitched to me that they wanted to pitch to the client that we did a death battle between sausage versus pepperoni. I'm not going to reveal. Go on, but I believe my response was no. Fuck no. I believe that was my professional response to that request.
Everyone
There's-
complaining about too many Batman episodes.
It could have been that.
It could have been that.
Oh god, you just love the creativity that goes on in those kinds of meetings. Where it's like,
Speaking of Batman, are we gonna do a Bat Hulk episode now? That sounds great.
Yeah.
Let's do some
Guys,
custom sprite work.
I would
for
love
us.
to do that.
I got a
want
really
to know
good
more
idea.
about Bat Hulk for sure.
What
So
can
Ben-
hot dog bite?
Yeah.
But first, you're probably wondering why I'm dressed as a unicorn, and I'll tell you why, and it's thanks to KiwiCo. We know kids are the future, right?
So give them the future to play with KiwiCo. KiwiCo encourages creative problem solving and critical thinking skills because they want kids to see themselves as makers, engineering and creating their own innovative designs. KiwiCo makes play engaging, enriching, and seriously fun. They offer monthly subscriptions of super cool hands-on projects and toys designed to expose kids to concepts in STEM, science, technology, engineering, art, and math. Their projects help kids build creative confidence and problem-solving skills, all while having a blast. KiwiCo offers flexible subscription options, and shipping in the US is free on all subscriptions. They also offer single projects for all ages and price points. I was sent this wonderful light-up unicorn kit in my KiwiCo crate. My daughter and I got to build it together. It was super fun, super engaging, and I mean, look at this thing. It's so cool. Plus, it came with this awesome little magazine that helps you like not only build the product, but it also has like little fun facts, like learn about other animals and things with horns. It's great. And right now, you can get 50% off your first month of KiwiCo by going to kiwico.com/deathbattle. That's kiwico.com/deathbattle. Ben, I need more feats for Kefka. What is Kefka capable of?
Stall
Okay.
bench.
So let's go ahead and jump into what I think is going to be the meat of this is because I do also want to get to
Sausage or pepperoni meat.
We're going full filet mignon for Kefka because he is the top of the line. So here's the thing about Kefka. Emperor Joker is ridiculously powerful. He has fifth dimensional powers and whatnot, but they make a point of it in his story that he only has 99% of those powers, which does limit him to what he can do with those powers. He doesn't have 100% control over everything in existence. He's still bound by his own code, which is weird to say when it comes to Joker, but it does apply here. Joker is well known for having a sort of weird code when it comes to like what he does. It's not an honor code. It's like a literal laugh code. Like he does things because he finds them funny. But he also has this weird connection with Batman where he literally cannot exist without Batman. He truly believes that he needs Batman around in order for him to be the Joker. And so at the end of the Emperor Joker story, spoilers, Superman defeats him by revealing to him that he cannot kill Batman. And Joker tries constantly, like a bunch of times, to kill Batman with his like crazy powers, and he just can't. And so he loses his powers because of it. And then they like fix everything off screen. It's really strange. But he loses just because of that. So Kefka does not have such a limitation because Kefka, unlike the Joker, is 100% dedicated to his goal, which is eradication of all life. Not because, guys, we're in a comic book, which means some of us are pointless. Kefka truly believes that life is meaningless and cannot be swayed by that. He's also, this doesn't really matter here much, but he's also technically a super soldier from the Magitech experiments. That's what causes his brain to go cuckoo. So he's already physically superior to Joker, even if we just do Kefka versus Joker. But then he gets the powers of the creators of the universe, the Warring Triad. He basically absorbs the powers of the gods and becomes the god of magic. All magic by the end of the game originates from Kefka. So when they kill Kefka, magic is gone. This is important because there are beings in the world of Final Fantasy VI that rely on magic to basically exist. The Espers, they are magical people, basically. And so you could argue that Kefka is just like, he can destroy the world. Great. But that's as far as his power goes. That's what most people accept, right? Well, here's the thing. When the Espers, when the three original gods, they're called the Warring Triad because they went to war with each other, and they realized that, we're going to destroy the world if we keep this up. So they turn themselves to stone, and that's how Kefka eventually gets the powers.
As one does.
But the Espers left the world as well. And they did so by using their magic, which originates from those three gods, to build an alternate dimension. And they went to that dimension. Kefka has the power to create and destroy alternate universes. So he's not just, because again, the power that the Espers are using stems from the gods, and thus by the end of the game stems from Kefka. He has all those powers. He's able to do the same thing much easier because he literally has all of it, as opposed to Espers who have limited, like basically limited pockets of magical power. In order to get the power in the first place, he like basically ate a bunch of Espers, killed them, they turned into magicite, he gets the power from them, blah, blah, blah. So he has the power from the Espers and the power from the gods, potentially making him more powerful than the gods, to the point where at the end of the game, what's left of the gods are like the sub-bosses that kind of like help him out, and they're his servants, and you have to like fight through them before you get to Kefka. So I think he's far more powerful than people give him credit for that, and can obliterate universes in an instant. Similar to Emperor Joker.
Ben, how does Kefka get beaten? How does it Final Fantasy VI?
You get a lot of magic and you kill him.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
I can start off with the weakness portion about, you know, Batman being Joker's weakness. So Kefka's not Batman.
Or
that
is he?
Weakness. So that's not gonna matter. And Joker is killed. Killed
China, didn't he?
Right, he killed all of China in that comic, in that story arc. Yes, he did. Brian, could you pull up the third scan? The Joker, as Emperor Joker, destroys the entire universe, like shattering a plane of glass.
Why does Superman look like James Willems in that panel?
And later,
it kind of does throughout the story.
not only does that, that's when he's at his least powerful, when he's still kind of discovering what his powers can do. Later on, Brian, could you share the fourth comic book panel?
He's going through his power puberty.
Quintessence, as well as
Oh,
Darkseid.
I hate that. God, I hate that.
And
wait, is that like a baby? What the
But
hell?
like
am I
Jack-
looking
like
at?
it's like a
Jack Nicholson's
2001. It's like a 2001 space baby Joker. Yeah.
Yes, please
And
zoom
he
into
can-
that
and he
horrifying monstrosity.
completely like
True,
assimilates
Kiss me.
beings like Zeus and Highfather and the Phantom Stranger and Ganthet, and of course Darkseid, and makes him start singing show tunes, I assume. I don't know what that is a reference to. But if you scroll down just a tad more, you'll see Darkseid completely consumed by it. And of course Darkseid not only can destroy a single universe, but an entire multiverse. He later also does this to the Spectre.
I'm watching your game, drinking a suds.
It sounds like an old commercial. I'm betting that this comic book writer did not realize that kids in the 90s would not understand. Or 2000.
So he literally just turned Darkseid into his puppet.
So I think even with this, I would say potentially very liberal interpretation of Kefka's abilities, the Joker is still more powerful and is not limited to just spells like Kefka is, like Blizzaga or Meteora. He is just straight up reality warping, like can do anything you think of.
Buddy Biggs brings up a really good point. Kefka does get bat wings. So,
Wow.
maybe the Joker sees that and goes, oh God, what if he's Batman? And then I can't kill him, and then he loses his powers. And then that's
a great point. Anyways, Ben, you did a little rhetorical sleight of hand. Let me just say, while you were giving your speech there, just a little bit.
I mean, you tried to call God Emperor Joker like Deadpool meets Goku at one point, so like give him some slack.
What do you do? When did I say Deadpool meets Goku?
fourth wall, and then we got into the Super Saiyan stuff.
Okay. Can we just keep this conversation on track? God damn it!
We can do whatever we want.
You said that the Espers created alternate dimensions. I've never played Final Fantasy VI, so I can't correct that. But you then said they created alternate universes. Are they stated to be universes? And can they do it in an instant, like you then later claimed?
So first of all, yes, it is an entirely new dimension. An entirely separate reality. It's considered a separate reality. And that obviously has some, it's not 100% well defined, but they live in it. It exists as a separate reality, its own plane of existence. So we can assume that to some extent it is another universe. If the universe is as big as the real one or whatever, we don't know. We honestly don't even know how big the universe is that the Final Fantasy universe or 6 universe is. So who knows? That's up in the air for interpretation. But also, just to keep this conversation on track, hey Blaine, how's it going?
What? I was listening on the. What I want to know between the two guys is like they're both clowns. Who's funnier? Who's the more funny of the two guys?
That I think is super important.
Yeah.
My gut just leans towards Joker on that one, but let's see where we go.
Well, Kefka isn't really funny.
Well,
he's like a terrorist military commander. He just finds the things he does funny.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I have to admit, Kefka doesn't really make jokes. He more so just loves laughing at people's misery.
He doesn't really make jokes either, but
Joker
sometimes
thinks what he does is a joke.
Yeah.
Like he intends for. He wants to make reality a joke, whereas Kefka's like super narcissistic and like nihilistic.
Yes.
Like that's his thing. And he's just like, everything sucks, so I'm gonna laugh at it and kill it.
Yeah.
That's basically Kefka down to his core.
Okay.
Whereas Joker is like, hey, everything sucks, so I'm gonna make it a joke so that it has some purpose, and then I'm gonna kill it.
Gotcha.
So unfortunately,
he does love the little gun with the little bang flag that
And
comes
those
out of it.
are funny. Yeah.
And I love
The
the
classic
pencil. I laughed at the pencil trick
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
And
Kefka's not going to be wearing like the water flower or be shooting water from a flower on his lapel or anything like that. He's just gonna stab you.
if you include 2019 Joker, if you include him, maybe it's an anti-comedy feat because of that the stand-up scene, which is a meme for when something's not funny now. So that maybe counts as an anti-feat. That he's so
we're
unfunny.
going deep.
That's true. That's true. I think if you take all of Joker's appearances, you could probably argue that he's not as funny as
oh
you
my
think he
god,
is.
somebody's calling me about my car's extended warranty. I should have
you
received
should-
something in the mail.
you should
about my
definitely
car's
pick it
extended
up.
warranty since we have not gotten a
Yeah,
response. Giving you a final courtesy call. I've gotten a lot of these final courtesy calls in the last.
Man, and it's a final courtzy call. You better pick it up. You can't
It was
lose
so
that.
wild of me to get an extended warranty on my car that I don't have. Man, what a waste of fucking money that was.
Follow-up question
Go
to
ahead,
the
Paul.
laughter stuff. I also want to know who's the more stylish of the two, because I've seen Kefka's outfit. It's a real mix match. And Joker's got like the leopard print or whatever, you know.
Kefka's a
Emperor
product of his
Joker.
time. Okay, let's give Kefka a little bit of slack. He's in a different era.
I
different
want to say
world,
that Yoshi Amano's
style.
art really kind of gives him a big boost in that sense. Because
Yeah,
Yoshi
for sure.
Amano's a fucking god.
Mhm.
But Joker, I feel like, has a very consistent wardrobe. He's rocking a very singular style. Like usually it's the pinstripe or the purple suit.
Yeah.
You know, it's part clown, it's part gangster. It's a very immortal design. Whereas Kefka really feels like a dude that's kind of. He doesn't look like that in sprite form. He doesn't look like he does in like Dissidia. I feel like his Dissidia design and characterization is different than he was in Final Fantasy VI. Just to what I saw. Seems like I don't know. That's just a
Sort of.
Kefka looks like he
So-
ran through a wardrobe hanger in Scooby Doo.
Yeah, exactly. It does kinda look like
Ryan,
a
can you
Scooby-Doo.
bring up the little video that has them and their names, the little matchup video? Because that'll show what Kefka looks like. So Kefka does not exactly look like that in the game. So
But look at his makeup.
It's all over the
his
place.
look
On point.
changes throughout
Yeah.
the game. It's pretty similar to this. It's just because of the way the sprite works and the limitations of the size, the feathers are off to one side, not so large.
Billowy, like
sticking straight up.
peacocky. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not quite a peacock. But I believe his god sprite actually does.
Yes, his
ripped.
god sprite is super detailed because it's just like a still image.
Yes. Okay. So the feathers on the god sprite are all peacocky. So it looks like that artwork is actually kind of a blend between the god sprite and the original sprite, which is also not the same colors or whatnot.
Which is better, One-Winged Angel or Dancing Man?
Look at that chest.
Nice, pretty ripped.
Okay.
Kefka's ripped and has some crazy cool design going on. Like that's neat.
Is
looking.
that hold on? Is that Is that chest hair into a happy trail that's turned gold? What's going on with that?
It is both a tattoo and his chest hair, because he's a god and he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Okay, cool. Good answer.
I don't like that he has like bone, like he has like collars, but that are made of like, like.
Can we pull that back up?
It's like skin.
Yeah, it's got like
that are collars.
It's got a weird edge going on up there.
Kefka has the better theme song. Mostly because the Joker doesn't have a theme song.
There it is.
But Kefka, Dancing Mad.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Those weird little skin flaps. Ew.
It's like
Yeah.
cartilage
Yeah.
collars.
What if you like? What if you stuck your hands under them and just?
Oh,
kind of felt
stop that!
around?
Oh, God!
You think it'd be like damp under there?
Oh, it would be. It would be so gross. It's like you're gonna gotta make sure you clean under there in the shower.
Yeah.
It's like shoulder gills.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
I am uncomfortable. I could have
slimy.
gone my
It's like
whole
warm
life
and
without
pulsating
noticing
under
that.
there. Like there's like a like shoulder part.
Yeah.
Oh.
Another hand grabs your hand from under there.
Fingers stick out.
I'm stuck. You just get like.
All right.
Oh yeah, fuck that. I'm voting for Joker. Hell no.
Yeah, I think. Oh, if you vote for Joker, then you might feel something like that in the middle of the night. Nope. Anyway, let's move on to what's going on. We'll get our votes in later.
That's
Make sure to
not a
vote.
threat.
What's
It's
going
a
on, everybody?
promise.
Oh man, I am deeply disturbed.
So first things first, we're going to talk about the little death battle, but I do want to say Death Battle Cast couldn't be made without the support of the first members. You guys watching are amazing, and special thanks to members like Neo Pfex, Risa Reno, and Jo. Thank you so much for supporting this show and supporting what we do here at Death Battle and Rooster Teeth. If not for you guys, we wouldn't be able to make stupid arguments about Kefka and Joker fighting each other, apparently.
Yeah, especially
so, worth your time.
Especially surviving the pandemic. It was crazy. We had to like rethink how we do our show and our business and all sorts of stuff. And first members are what helped kept us supported and going throughout the whole thing. So thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you guys so much.
Absolutely. And you guys can also go check out Last Laugh. Gonna shout that out again because it's super fun.
Yeah.
And we have the brand new death battle out, Batman versus Iron Man. If you have not seen it, I know we've talked a little bit about like Batman's back for like the fourth time or whatever. We got over 100 episodes. It's Batman. Of course, we're gonna explore him a bit more because we have not yet, despite us bringing Batman in multiple times, we have not yet explored his other suits.
Yes.
In particular, there's one suit that we really, really wanted to bring into a death battle at some point. The Hellbat. It is so freaking cool. And of course, Iron Man has a bajillion suits. It's like his whole thing. So I think a long time ago we mentioned like Batman versus Iron Man would be a fun matchup, but like if it was just them by themselves, like what's Batman gonna do against like the crazy high-tech sci-fi Iron Man suit, right? But once you bring in all the suits, it becomes a completely different matchup. I feel like if you're on the fence about watching it because it's just another Batman episode, the suits change the entire dynamic. So I highly recommend checking it out. And man, animation team kicked ass, and the music, it's real good.
I just like the breakdown. I think that's like the battle itself is always fun, but like you guys going as in depth as you do, like I learned things about Batman I didn't think I knew.
The backup personality that he has, like a computer, that was my favorite one.
Which is, and it's a really cool concept too.
It is. In case he ever fucking went insane, he just had another Batman stored in there to kick ass while he was.
Yeah, we learn stuff like that all the time. That's what's so cool about the research part of Death Battle. Is like there are characters that we're just like, oh, I've known this character forever, and it's like one of my favorite characters. Then you actually have to research it for Death Battle, and you're like, well, I never knew X, Y, and Z happened, or they could do this. It's always really interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick break for our sponsor, the Rocket Torch microphone. If you've ever watched us streaming and podcasting and thought, hey, I want to do that, but equipment sounds expensive and confusing, well, the Torch mic from Rocket is here to make you and your content sound fully legit with professional-grade sound quality and at an affordable price. The Torch mic is packed with professional features, including a dual condenser design, 24-bit audio quality, and up to 48 kilohertz sampling. That's audio nerds speak for high-quality sound. The Torch also includes some really cool features that are especially helpful for streamers, like a gesture-activated mute function, so you don't necessarily have to push the button and get that click noise. But it does come with a mute button that's on a mixer-style control board that can be attached to the mic or separated from the mic and put wherever is most comfortable in your station, which is really cool. That's not something that comes with these kinds of mics usually, and so it really helps with functionality and ease and just makes it so much more useful. And it works without installing any drivers. So, get yourself a Torch mic today and get professional quality sound. Just click the link in the description below. Thank you, Rocket. Now, back to the show.
In that same comic as the backup personality thing, he does this. He's coming back from this retreat in the Himalayas where he endures this thing called the Thogal ritual, which is where he essentially meditates so deeply that he's put into a state of death for like 50 days. And somehow came back out of it. I forget what the mechanics of that were, but I think that's where he develops the back-up personalities when he's basically
he also went
dead.
back through time. He's done, there's a bunch.
Yeah, he was turned into a big time bomb by Darkseid and was going to blow everything up. And he somehow figured it out. So I'm back to
He's Batman.
Because
Well, he's so busy. They always say things in comic books where it's it was like that time where I had that 3-month stakeout in front of this nightclub.
Yeah.
And it's you're Batman. You don't have time for that. There's so many things going on. You don't have time for that.
When does Batman sleep? When genuinely, when does he get any rest?
Does he not?
When does he work out?
Well, doesn't he reprogrammed his body to where it doesn't require sleep or exercise because it just
he needs
does it on its
sleep.
own?
He there's a period where Bane lets all of the bad guys out of Arkham and he has to go and stop each one of them in 36 hours or something straight. And he's just so fucking tired and shit that Bane breaks into his house and bitch slaps Alfred and then snaps his back. Yeah.
Is that the one where he leaves him in his grave or whatever?
No,
his parents' grave or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Are you thinking of? Oh, I thought you were thinking of.
That's Bane too. So
I
Bane
think
has
it's from a movie.
broken into Wayne Manor multiple times.
Yeah, Craven did that to Spider-Man. I thought that's what you were talking. I thought you were talking about Craven's Last Hunt for a second.
Oh,
Just
no.
to Spider-Man.
And
he wears
because he
Spider-Man's
locks
costume.
him in a coffin, right? And he puts
That's
Bruce in
Joker.
a coffin in his
That's
parents'
Joker.
grave.
That's,
That's Joker.
That's from
right.
that's from
Bringing
the
it back.
same
Yeah.
thing as the backup personality Batman of Zurin thing.
That's it. Ben's just trying to
Gotcha.
keep it on topic.
Yeah, exactly. I'm bringing it back so that we can talk about our community death battle. Sure, let's just get to it. It's fine.
Sure.
Oh, there was going to be.
No,
I thought we all thought
transition?
I thought it was going to happen.
there we go.
Keeping us on our toes.
No, I did want to say before we get into it, Blaine, is there anything you wanted to talk about? We brought you onto the show.
Oh, again, do you need me to plug Last Life? Because I'll do that. All
If
day.
you want to, go for it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, if you want to watch a real battle of the wits, you should be watching. What was that show? Last Life season 2.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm very out of it. No, it's a lot of fun. We did a watch party of it the other day, and there's just something talking about backup personalities and or things that you lock away in your brain. There's things where it's I don't remember. That's my face, that's my body, that's my voice. I don't remember any of this stuff because you just black out in that room. It's a very unique and weird social experiment. And if you like clowns, if you were brought here because of your love for clowns, I guess, then watch a room full of 12 clowns. It's gotta be funny.
Well, talk a little bit about the sausage is made before it goes and fights the pepperoni. Before Last Laugh begins, and you guys are all ready to walk into the room, what is it like? Is there a transition that you go through? How do you prepare yourself for walking into that room and then just changing yourself so you do not laugh? Is there anything you do? Yeah,
the 24 hours leading up to it, you can tell that some people came in from out of town. We'd all gotten COVID tested, so we felt pretty comfortable hanging out and stuff. So some of us got drinks or dinner the night before, and you could see that people were already trying to work their brain into the room. You would say a joke and then no one would respond to it, and then if someone laughed, they'd go, ah, shit. So it's people are just prepping all day. But it was a really tense green room right before we went live. Yeah, it was like really strange. It was a really weird experience.
I wouldn't know if you should like try to like get yourself into the mood of not laughing at anything, or if you want to laugh extra hard so that you kind of like exhaust yourself and kind of get the laughs out. But that might also kind of prepare you to be laughing. So it's kind of like I wonder what the psychological chess match of that is.
Yeah, I found it was a combination of like physical, like biting my lip or my tongue so that I physically didn't smile, but then also like just really getting into my own brain and making sure that I wasn't laughing and like prepping myself as much as I could. Situational awareness, making sure that nobody caught me by surprise, because the surprises, those are the ones that really get you laughing.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great time though, and
if you chew in your head at a moment when you're surprised, then it like amplifies the humor, or it can.
I could never do that.
Snaps
show.
the shock.
Never. Like I enjoy laughing too much. I laugh all the time, and like, yeah, very fun to watch. But I could never.
I'd probably forget. I'd probably zone out and then forget what I was supposed to be doing, and then like see somebody go duh, duh, and I'd start laughing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of that
Blaine,
going down. It's fun
for season 3. If you want to pitch 2 people who would be very easy to beat, got 2 of them right here. All right, let's get into the debate or the voting. As always, this first starts with you guys watching, and we can see your responses to this matchup from Twitter. So let's go ahead and bring up the first Twitter response.
This one comes from D. Gilgamesh. Kefka, hands down. Reality warping did the destruction of alternate dimensions for attacks before Sephi. They had to destroy all magic to stop him. The only reason Kefka lost is his own instability. Yes, Joker's powerful, but he can still be tricked. Kefka, not so much. Okay.
Well, I kind of didn't talk about that, how he kind of mentally broke. But Joker does the same thing. All right, let's go ahead and bring up the other response.
This is from Akhil BDX. Emperor Joker stomps. He has about 99.99% of Mix's power, which would allow him, through scaling, the ability to effortlessly destroy entire multiverses, warp reality, manipulate time, and change fate. Mix also exists on a higher plane of reality that puts him above even Darkseid.
As was supported by that skin I put in earlier. The horrifying little baby.
Darkseid sing?
Cosmic umbilical.
Somebody was saying it was a reference to the What's Up commercials.
Oh, yeah, because that's on the previous page. Darkseid's like talking to the Quintessence, and he's like, "Oh, we have to do something," and then they're just like, "What's up?" That's what it is.
When did Emperor Joker come out? What year did that comic come out?
2000.
Okay, I guess it's about right. All right.
Are you trying to fact check that there was a reference to the like Scream knockoff What's Up commercial?
I was just wondering if the writers were how dated it would have been. All right, let's go ahead and get to the first vote. Goes to the Twitter poll. Let's see where we start this vote with. Who's winning? Let's go ahead and bring up the poll. Twitter poll.
Oh, damn.
Emperor Joker with 66% of the vote. 66.4% of the vote.
Wow, I was honestly expecting this to be a lot closer. Like, there's a lot of Kefka fans out there, but apparently
we'll see what happens.
I wonder if it comes down to a popularity thing too, where there's just more DC fans than there are Final Fantasy fans. You know,
that is literally correct. That is
there's a balancing act here, right? That's why we have so many votes going into this. But now we're at you guys, Chad and Blaine. Let me get your votes. Chad, let's go ahead and start with you.
Joe is
well, let's see, Benos. I was really trying to help you out, and I was trying to think of ways that I could, see the argument for Kefka. And then I saw his shoulder pockets, and I'm out. So I'm voting for Emperor Joker.
But Chad, the shoulder pockets would also screw up Joker.
Nope. Oh God, so gross.
What if it's like, never? I'm not even gonna.
Yeah, don't even. I don't know where.
Nope. All right, 2 votes for Joker. Blaine, who are you voting for?
It's all for naught at this point, but I went into this pretty sure I was going to go for Joker just because I was familiar with him. He makes me feel comfortable, even with his big baby form. But the arguments about Kefka's interaction with the gods and how like they became his servants and all that stuff, like I didn't realize how powerful that guy was. So I think I might actually have to go with Kefka on this one.
Oh, we got one vote for Kefka.
Man, we could have a tie.
Wow.
Could have a tie. All right, chat. Hope all your votes are in. Let's go ahead and bring up the chat poll and figure this out.
Oh, thank God.
Oh no!
Oh,
Joker wins 64%.
Liam was getting
All
stressed.
right.
I was getting stressed. I had the stress smile on where I was like, it's a game.
Oh my
It's just a game. Okay.
Is it though to you? I don't know. I'm beginning to question some of how you think about this show and prepare for it.
Yeah, it's just a game.
So Joker wins 64% to, no, sorry, 3 votes to 1. Thank you all for voting for it. That's what a weird matchup this would actually be if we did this for Death Battle or DBX. It'd be pretty fun. Could definitely have some crazy shit going on. I am curious how it would also work if we removed the god powers and we just had them at their like normal state, I suppose.
Kefka would probably just go.
Yeah, it would probably just zap them. But you had mentioned that Joker has dealt with characters who are far more powerful than.
I mean that's
even
kind of bullshit. I don't know. Like
That's if he can like talk him out of it, though. You know.
yeah.
Hang on, Liam just admitted to bullshitting. Wait a minute, time to re-vote, everybody.
Nice try, man.
Do whatever California did with the recall election or whatever.
Yeah, recount. Oh, jeez.
Funny enough, that was actually the exact the Joker Kefka margin in both votes was actually exactly what the recall election is. It was 64-36.
So I think we need to. All right, no,
Nope.
all right, we're good.
Over.
Hey,
Taking that
if you
bit to
haven't
the Glue
seen
Factory.
Batman vs. Iron Man, please check it out. Next up, the next death battle. It's a matchup we've seen requested for so long. Again, we are in our 10th year anniversary season for Death Battle, so we're jumping into matchups that we've seen requested for a long time, have a lot of history behind them in terms of either like whether they're popular or things that we've talked about before. And one of those is Goku Black versus Reverse Flash, the Battle of the Dark Mirrors, and it is wild.
Insane.
Yeah.
Chad, have you seen the animation yet?
I haven't. No.
Oh, dude. I really
I remember just when the script came across my desk and I was like, what? So that
we did Flash versus Archie Sonic a little while ago, right? And we got into some crazy shenanigans there. Well, I mean, Archie Sonic is crazy, but like we all know how powerful Dragon Ball gets. And we're talking about a Goku.
Yeah.
Not the Goku, but a Goku. It's still like top tier of the universe, right?
Yes.
Except and something that I really love about this matchup and kind of an approach we took towards the fight. These are characters with these crazy abilities, but they don't hold back and they don't give a shit about the collateral of what they do. And holy crap, it gets intense. Also, yes, Weightless, they're both into time travel.
Yep.
So the fight might get a little confusing, and that's all right.
It's just going to be a lot of them showing the other guy their parents conceiving them, and they're just like, it's going to not even be a physical battle. It's just going to be an emotional,
I'm not
gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything, but
I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna lie. That really does sound like something Eobard would do.
Yeah, it is.
That sounds like a legitimate strategy that Reverse Flash would do.
Reverse Flash was when he was created as like the lamest idea for a villain ever. He's just like bad version of a superhero, and he becomes one of the most interesting villains in DC because they make him the most singularly petty character I think ever written. Like, he went back in time and pushed Barry down some stairs. And he, stole his homework. And he, made him not catch a baseball. And then Barry had one friend. And then Thawne grabs him and removes him from the time stream so that Barry grows up without a
No
friend.
friends. That's awesome. I love this guy.
It's wild. So that episode comes out in 2 weeks. We get into some crazy shit with their
Yeah.
backstories and their powers.
This is one of my favorite
It's
scripts
nuts.
I've ever written. I'm really happy with both the fight and the rundowns. Like,
Nice.
It's
insane.
It's wild. All right, but that's going to wrap things up today. Thank you for joining us. Blaine, thank you for being on the show again. Always so much fun having you. What was your name again? Right, Blaine.
Blaine.
On the show. Good.
I want
good
to
know.
pitch.
Okay.
I want to pitch a death battle really quick before we go.
Yeah, okay.
Go for
I want
it.
a three-way between Little Caesar, Chuck E. Cheese, and the Noid from Domino's. I want to see.
The Noid has a
Battle of
video
the
game.
Pizzas.
Dude, we will happily have you on to debate that if you want to do it on Death Battlecast.
Yeah, please.
We'll get you back on.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
One of
Let's do
one
it.
of my
Okay.
favorite debates we've ever done was the cereal mascot battle royale.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
yeah.
like legitimately, Noid versus Chucky versus Little Caesar might be really fun.
It would be the leprechaun
Charles.
that wins it. The leprechaun has to win that one because he's got magical powers.
Raisin Bran has a son. So.
Yeah,
What
Raisin
the
Bran.
fuck?
It's the sun with two
It's the
scoops,
sun.
dude. Also, it's just
With 2 scoops.
yeah, exactly. It's got
The
you can't
Raisin
forget the
Bran
2
son
scoops.
versus
Oh my god. Wait,
Mario Angry Son.
wait.
World
Did
2,
we ever do
whatever.
that as? I know we got to end the show. Did we ever do that as like a legitimate, like the new community?
We
death battle?
haven't done it as the new format. If we want,
We need to do it, guys. I
Yeah,
don't know
I'd
why we
be
haven't
down.
done it yet. Oh my
Oh.
god.
I would be
good.
down. I'm
be
Irish.
pretty fun.
Like
Yep.
it's
All right.
Lucky.
But if you guys want to see more of Blaine, check him out in season 2 of Last Laugh, which just premiered now. First members, you can watch it right now. It'll be free tomorrow, I guess technically the 16th, on YouTube and on the .com for episode 1. But then after that, you're going to need to start a first membership trial. Also, check them out at Squad Team Force. Follow them on all the social medias. They've been making a lot of fun videos on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Follow them, all the places that they do that.
Please, please, please.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, last laugh. Almost forgot to mention that. We didn't talk about it the whole show.
Nope.
All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, be kind to others, be kind to yourself, be awesome. We'll see you next week. Take care, everyone.